My friends, hello and welcome to part 2 of our double-header SpeedLore tonight, Ace's Turbo Tear. Now, one might recall a couple months ago, I did a SpeedLore episode on the turbo mode records in GoldenEye 007. Many of them had been set by Wouter Jansen in 2006 and remained the world record ever since. And I kind of suggested in that video, it would be cool if this maybe inspired some people to go out and play turbo mode and get new records. Well, perhaps unsurprisingly, that is what happened, but it didn't happen exactly the way I necessarily thought it would. I went out there and I was going for a record of my own. Now, Wouter had Aztec Secret Agent 130 from years ago. I got this twice. I started laughing hysterically on this run. Let's take a look. So I did the first room safe, and obviously that lost like 5 seconds. But it's hard to play if you're not playing it safe. And then I just figured, okay, if I play it safe and do the new mainframe strategy, this is such an advantage of consistency, I can probably get a new Aztec Secret Agent Turbo world record. I can probably get 130, 129. I even went in and did the whole late A strategy. I got the body armor first as well, which, again, maybe I could skip that and save time. Decent upload. You're here with so much time left now. Obviously, this save's doing a pause earlier. It is doable on Agent in some regards. I would love to see an Agent late A world record. The record's 122. I mean, it's doable. It is doable. So I guess, or 120. The record's 120 now, right? So we'll see what happens one day. Will someone? God, this might be it. Oh, here I laugh hysterically. So enjoy here. Are you kidding? Because it is frankly hysterical, because it's turbo mode, it's a 17-year-old record by Wouter, and what, I can't beat it? It's kind of funny, right? How good is Wouter? Why can't, and you look at the run, it's okay, there are things I could have done differently and kept grinding and beaten this time. Faster first room, skipping body armor, but I didn't. I was using this technique and I couldn't do it. Now, it turns out that I wasn't the only person to think that Wouter's times were that insane. Here's a great comment from, and my time was done late August. On September 15th, Joris wrote in the Elite Discord, "People will someday realize the insanity of the current turbo longest standing untied. Literally untouchable untied. Archives Agent 11. Famous last words, perhaps. Now, don't get me wrong, Archives Agent 11 was probably insane. That night, Icy went out and tool-assisted speedrun in 8. Now watch this TAS. This is insane TAS. X, full speed slap at the beginning. Obviously, it's tool assisted only here. 8. No best time even, which is amazing. This full speed slap, building speed in the pause, 2.x turbo, slap. I mean, it's That's amazing. That is simply amazing. So there's a bit of discussion now going on in the community about Archives Agent 11 Turbo. Well, within moments of trying, Ace posts this. And we can see Ace posted about 25 new turbo records, and that's what we're going to watch here. Any run over 40 seconds long will be a dedication run until they run out, and we're just going to watch them all, okay? So immediately Ace goes and ties this so-called, literally untouchable untied Archives Agent 11. Obviously we see a much slower first room because, like, you can't, he slapped as early as you could, back up, activate Nat, out the door. I mean, the movement is insanely good. Like, that's not easy to do. Only turbo on, 11, best time 16. Like, it looks simpler than done. It's weird too, because like the turbo movement is just so much, like, I don't know, it's just so much more aggressive than normal movement, but like he plays it so perfectly. It's stunning and amazing and beautiful. 11 seconds. Great stuff. Obviously the same night Ace posts a number of other times. Archives Secret Agent 47. Actually, I want to check this to make sure the turbo rankings. I believe Archives. Okay, so 00 Agent was tied because Water did have 4700, but Secret Agent was untied. And so we're going to dedicate this. We're going to go in reverse order from last time. This one goes out to our SpeedLore champion, Sammy Limex. Thanks for your support, Sammy. Of SpeedLore on Patreon, let's watch Ace's Archives Secret Agent 47 Turbo Mode. Slap. Move. Alert Nat. Back up. That was, like, that is such good movement. It's, like, almost incomprehensible. And now the thing with Turbo that's interesting is, like, here you actually, when you strafe Michigan or Val on Turbo, you actually can strafe, like, further. You could, like, they walk a lot further. And so, like, you would think in theory you could strafe Michigan out of the room towards the glass door, blow it up first, and then come back. But Michigan stops talking to you if he's outside of this room, which is, like, really interesting. And so it prevents that kind of strategy from coming to fruition. Even so, I mean, Ace plays it perfectly and gets 47. Best time 57. Pretty insane file PB on this cartridge. And I love the redirect notice at the top. That's amazing. Great and funny run by Ace there. Let's see what else he's got. Archives 0047. We won't dedicate this because it's a tied record. So, but again, we'll watch it. We'll watch all his runs for completion's sake here because he posted well, a lot. Back up. It's a really good question, Sewell. Sewell asks, does that mean that the developers knew you could move Michigan a lot? I don't know. I mean, we could tweet at Doke and figure out and, you know, ask why. Like, because, like, even on a full game run, like on a normal mode, you probably do have enough time to, like, get him out and, like, open an extra door or two. Like, we just use it to do the box strategy and boost through the box, but like, you probably could open the far door and break the glass and come back in time. Insane. Insane run by Ace. 47. So the 47 is tied on 00, untied on SA. Bunker 1 SA 19. This is hilarious because obviously he got, like, what are somehow 20 from 06, which is actually amazing, all things considered. But then Ace got 19 normal mode, you know, one of the most insane records ever. So Ace had to do it on turbo mode as well. Gets the quick pause off even. And I was actually surprised. Ace didn't use 2.x ending here. I mean, that fourth cam is just like beyond belief. Hitting that camera like in 2 shots while moving at turbo speed. But like 19. Let's watch. That fourth camera is just so ridiculous. When I saw this run, I thought for sure he's going to use the 2.x ending, but I guess it doesn't save that much time on turbo because you always hit the warp. Like, what was that, second shot he hit it from that far at turbo speed? Like, give me a break, dude. Yeah, like the sort of amount that you would save, it just isn't quite there on turbo to use 2.x ending, but that's an amazing run. Train Agent 48. Train Agent 48 is a tied record. Oh my god. Insane. Okay. Oh my god. Some of these are only tied, which is kind of crazy. Let's watch the Train Agent 48. So Henrik also got 48 on this. I mean, even if you just get to the end on the same pace as 56 Agent, you probably save 5 seconds running to the end. Obviously, like, you get through here. Like, it's hard to say, like, you know, your movement on Agent, these guys are so good. It's hard to say how much time they actually save here. Like, maybe it's not all that much. But, like, you know, that must be difficult to get the perfect touchy setup. Joris actually brought up a good point about how Wouter used Control Style 1.1, and obviously using the control stick to move as opposed to the 2.x buttons, and so, or, you know, the C buttons, rather. And so, like, you can kind of finesse your movement more, which, like, 1.1 is more adapt to turbo mode. So, anyways, there's a 48. Aztec SA-128, this is untied. Obviously, Ace, you know, put me to shame by beating my 131, beating Wouter's 130. And so we'll dedicate this one to our SpeedLore champion, Soul Rock. A huge thanks to you, Soul, for all your support of SpeedLore on Patreon. Let's take a look. We can see Ace decides to simply skip any first room stuff. So I lost 3 to 5 seconds in the first room there. And that's why Ace was able to get this 128. I should have just ran the first room. Yes, Soul, I hope you're having a good commute to work. I hope you are not driving and watching. I hope that you are comfortably on some sort of train or vehicle like that while watching SpeedLore on your way to work for this lovely dedication run. So Ace will go late A. Does he skip BA? Okay, so he gets BA from that side, which is probably a better side to get from, because like the distance doesn't matter that much on turbo mode. And oh my god. And it's like easier, it's like cleaner to get. Oh wow, getting McD's on the way to work. Maybe some hash browns and a coffee. McCafe. Pretty insane. Now Ace pauses there. I actually don't like pausing there because guards, and then you can, you know, it's actually not that easy to get, like, to be in the perfect spot to upload the disc. I mean, easy. It is easy, but the movement is more insane. And Ace, it's turbo, so Ace is like, whatever, dude, I'm just gonna troll around. Let's go visit Jaws. He actually passed Jaws in the past room, didn't even notice because he's going so fast. And, yeah, Ace gets Aztec SA-128. Amazing record. Let's look back and see him, look at the cheat menu there. Very funny and epic. Wow. Silo Agent 49, not in Untied, but amazingly, Wouter actually got 49 in 06 or whatever. So let's just watch this Silo 49. Pretty unbelievable to think about. Gets the keycard from the scientist. Like, that movement to get stuck in that slot and not, like, overshoot it or get stuck in a corner instead is actually, like, so precise and so impressive. Oh, that warp would have been so cooked if he hit it when he first switched weapons. Gets the camera shot. Didn't seem that easy. Slips in. I mean, obviously faster is possible. Like, a tool-assisted run on this would be like, I don't know, 40, maybe lower. But, like, it's so hard to optimize on turbo because, like, you're... Right, I mean, people have cheated in the past in speedrunning by slowing their play down and then speeding up the video footage. And so, obviously, turbo mode's, like, opposite cheating. And so, by that theory, you know, you could actually say that the cream would rise even more to the top, right? Because it takes a lot more skill to be proficient at turbo speeds. Facility 35 isn't untied, and its facility, it's like one of his signature levels. So let's dedicate this to our SpeedLore champion, Mr. Moxie. Thank you, Mr. Moxie, for all your support of SpeedLore on Patreon. Let's watch this insane Facility 35. Facility's got a lot of attention too. Maybe I'll show at the very end. Clem's 52. Like, this run doesn't... I mean, that movement up the stairs was very impressive. I mean, it's one of those things, like, it's hard to appreciate until you've tried it yourself. Oh my god. I mean, the record's 42, so to, like, it's hard to be faster than your normal mode PB because, like, your movement's so smooth there. 35. Wow. Watch it once more. Like, even just getting to the doors correctly is difficult. I'm, like, not overshooting doors. Wow. Simply amazing. Nice run, Ace. Aztec Agent 118. That is only tied. Wow. That's kind of insane. Let's watch this. Like, I mean, the fact that Ace is, like, only tied. What? This is, like, honestly, I'm shocked. I'm actually kind of in shock about some of these runs. Let's watch Aztec Agent 118 turbo mode. He's just gonna blast through here and run the first room, of course, because it's Agent. But, like, the reason I didn't do that on my 131 and whatnot is because, like, and I got 119 here, like, last year playing this, believe it or not. Is because the guards come and harass you from behind, and, like, it makes it very difficult to, like, play, right? On turbo, it's, like, an added level of difficulty because you can't, like, compensate as easily when you get shot and boosted around. Yes, hello in chat to Mega Anaconda. And yes, I have most Twitch stuff disabled. Honestly, I've thought about, like, streaming on YouTube. Maybe I should. I don't know. You know. Wow, no hits from the drone. Oh my god. No hits. Only one hit there. Getting stuck. Well, the thing is, Olmec, it's the same strat to lure the guard with the mainframe strategy, but the guards in the first room are left alive, and thus they can bother you when you're doing the lure here, which is why I didn't do it. But obviously it's faster to skip them, which Ace did and got 118 on Aztec Agent. Damn Below 109 is somehow tied with Weather from back in the day. Let's watch this. This is like shocking. Like, how did Welder get, and like, how did Ace? Maybe it almost says more that Welder's records stood for 17 years, and then only Ace was able to tie them. Like, maybe that really puts into perspective. You know, it's one thing to say, oh, Welder's records, you know, they stood for 17 years and they got beat by everybody once people started trying. But the fact that they only got tied, many of them, by Ace, like, almost makes them even stronger. And, like, this is a good run. This is a really, really solid run. Look at this. Not getting back boosted, not getting, like, stuck anywhere. Like, it would be hard to see a 108. Like, okay, a little bit of a mistake there. But that was such a good door. Such a good leaving of that door, too. Like, this is simply I'm amazed. That Welder got this time in 2006. It's simply stunning. Great run there. Only turbo on. Damase 43. Now, Clem also got 43 in 07. There's no video, though. So let's watch the first ever video of a damn Secret Agent 43. It's kind of interesting here because the record's 115. Like, some levels, you're only, like, a small percentage under the world record on normal mode. But other levels, you're, like, half the normal mode time. Like, Damned to Below, you're almost half, and same as this one. The more open levels, obviously, you're, like, half speed because there's not as many twists and turns. And those obviously slow you down a lot more on turbo mode. But good look down. You don't even need to touch the button on these modes, like, the second, but he does. It's probably a little bit faster too. Oh man, one shot lock shot. I wanted to see like a full strafe turbo lock shot, which is done on Chris G's damn 24, which is impressive. Tiny stuck there, but hard to say that cost a second. I really don't feel like that cost a second, but there we go. Let's roll, baby. I mean, a 42 here would be insane. You could see it without the stuck, and with like a reverse, right strafed ending. Like after the third alarm, so that's stuck earlier. If you missed that, and here you back up and do right strafe blind off the damn ending instead of like switching strafe. Those two things, I think you might be able to get 42. But that would be pretty insane. It might be barely possible. Look at Ace's troll layout. Pretty insane, too. Bunker 2 SA38. This is untied. Let's dedicate this one to a SpeedLore champion. This one will go to our pal, GOP 1386. Huge thanks to you, GOP, for your support of SpeedLore on Patreon. Obviously, these ones were kind of free for Ace because you get the Arlene Jail Cell Warp, so that saves 5 seconds. So right there, you're using free money. But there's a lot going on. It's difficult to hit all these cameras, and it's very easy to get boosted around by the guards in this mode. Also, you have to kind of relearn the positioning. I mean, these ones are funny because they are roughly the same speed of the current. Oh, that was very interesting. How look and see. Oh, if he hit it first shot, he could have got like 36. But yeah, the Secret Agent normal mode record's 38, and now it's 30 on turbo as well. So that's kind of poetic. Like that shows you how on a very complex level with lots of twists and turns, you're not really saving that much time overall because you're sort of having to constantly readjust and reset your aim and stuff. But like this is actually very interesting, this shot here, because then as we notice later on, he can just strafe right by there. So that was actually quite a thoughtful little strategy to add in there. I'm impressed. No, honestly, right here, he can strafe right by it. And so that's really good. So if that, man, if he hit that shot, easily could have been 36, maybe even 35. 38 there. Not bad. And we see, let's see the Bunker 2 rankings in full. So, wow, so Wouter got 39 with the pause in 06. Like, that's so, I'm just going to watch it. That's so stunning. Like, what did Wouter do to get 39 in 06 with the pause? Okay, fair enough. He didn't do the pause because you can, on turbo, you can just slip through the cracks. So that makes a little bit more sense, I'll say. I was starting to be like, oh my god, this makes no sense, but it makes some sense. Bunker 250 we're going to watch here. Another untied. This one will go to our SpeedLore champion, FC Bojangles. A huge thanks to UFC Bojangles for your support of SpeedLore on Patreon. Let's watch Ace's Bunker 2 0050. Similar strategy and technique, but he's going to double back for the safe here. Let's see if he does this camera. No, okay, so he doesn't do that camera the same way. I thought he might. Very similar, and similar pace and speed to... And, like, he kind of missed going through the mainframes there. I'm not sure if he meant to, and he adjusted for it, or if he planned to go around them. But yeah, oh yeah, you don't lure that guard, because, like, the timing's off. But the timing on most of the guards is similar, which is interesting. Because it's, like, similar speed. There we go, that's better. But he slipped up anyways. See, like, that kind of movement where you kind of slip up somewhere you're not supposed to go and, like, lose time, that's very common on turbo. And so not seeing that on all the other stages is very impressive. And, yeah, he had gotten 49 on 00 normal mode earlier this year. So it's funny that this turbo record does not match his normal mode time. But either way, it's a good run, and we'll give it our watch through here. I like how there's a moment, I'll go back and find the frame. Like a moment of clipping out of bounds because you're like going up a stair or something way too fast. It's very epic. 50. Oh, wow. It wasn't even... Like, when in full speed, it really looks more like more of the game is unloaded. But, like, you're in the prior room, and so the second half of the bunker isn't loaded for a frame there. You got, like, a peek behind the veil, which is kind of crazy. Very interesting. Wow. Huh. That's cool. Jungle Agent 29. Let's take a look at this. A lot of usage of mines here. You got one AR-33 early on. I guess you got to be careful with the mine throws too, because the mine is gonna have a lot more momentum. And so, like, the timing of the throw might be off. Oh, he shot once to warp up because the warp missed, and you can just run. You can just run through the wall there instead of you normally have to warp, but like obviously you can just run through with turbo mode on, which is pretty fun. Facility. So Wouter had 47. but then Ace got 46. Well, we're going to dedicate this 46 to our SpeedLore champion, E Street. A huge thanks, E Street, for your support of SpeedLore on Patreon. Let's watch Ace's Facility SA 46. Let's see. I'm curious to see if he uses the new strat, which isn't all that new, or if he gets Doke. I mean, you need Doke anyways, but basically, the pause skip has become more popular now. But okay, so anyways, he does talk to Doke for the decoder. There it is. It's been a new kind of development where, even though it's been known about like 5+ years, people have just started skipping the pause by luring a guard to open the door instead of using the decoder. You still need to pick up the decoder, but yeah, because it's an objective. But pausing obviously loses a lot of time, so we'll watch that once more. I mean, in this, I will almost wonder if it like could work even better on turbo mode or something, like, because you could like go lure the guard to come out and like maybe double back to get Doke. I mean, the guard might warp through at that point, but I do kind of wonder that. You run right there, shoot a bunch, like maybe not. Easily warp through this door like that. Good Trav even, wow. He realized, oh my god, I got a good Trav, I can sit and focus. It'd be harder to, oh my god, it takes damage to boost him past the door, which is kind of funny. But hey, it worked out in the end. 46. Depot SA 25. When I saw this at first, I thought, oh my god, did he do the door warp? Did he do the infamous warp? Because it's much easier to pull off on turbo. In fact, we only knew it was doable on turbo for like 15 years before it happened. 11 years. But no, he did not go for the roller door warp. I mean, look at that insane backtracking, and like, dude, look at that. That safe pickup is shocking. That safe pickup is actually, like, he's doing that, all that stuff at full speed. It's unbelievable. And like, how did Water get 26 back in the day? And yet, this 25 is like so insane. That full speed safe is just beyond belief. Wow. It's simply amazing. Like, that is so good. To time the B press and everything, it's just, I'm stunned, guys. I'm stunned. Wow. Jungle 32. I like the aquarium setup too. It's kind of comfy. It's like weirdly comfy and calming. 6 shots for the AR-33, get 15 bullets. Probably he's going to roll with that for Xenia. Wow, nice boost too. Probably got to take a little bit more time upstairs because you got to blow up the ammo dump as well. Yep, that'll do. 1. No need to warp. 2. I mean, this run looks like, it just looks shockingly perfect. Like, didn't he get, what was it, 25 agent or something? 32 there. 29. Okay, that makes more sense. Wow. Facility double of 45, so even better than his secret agent time. We'll dedicate this one, our final dedication of the night. Goes out to our pal, 4-Day Bender. A huge thanks, 4-Day, for your support of SpeedLore on Patreon. Let's see if Ace just like doesn't get boosted past the Oh, good technique. The old school Sterling style strategy, believe it or not. One might call it the Ogar Sterling technique. Yeah, warp through there. Like, I can't describe how insane that is to not miss the stairs at full speed. It's simply unbelievable. Bad Trev even. So I wonder if you get like 44. I mean, the bad Trev probably doesn't lose that much time on turbo mode because like you get him so quick. It might not lose any time in fact on turbo mode, but like that's an insane run. 5100 best time. I mean, that's just so nice, man. Wow. Unbelievable movement, and then needing to hit the 1-7 Doke. I'm stunned, lads. Shocking. What do we got? We got some caverns, jungle. Okay, yeah. Okay, we got 5 more turbo runs to watch from Ace. Caverns, Secret Agent 47. Now, I wonder if he does the mine throw here through the wall, which like I've never hit on a meaningful run, normal mode or turbo mode. I'm surprised the scientist got away too, because he got injured in the limb there, which oftentimes he really slows down and does not come back up quickly. But let's see what happens. Blistering through. Objective B is going to be kind of crazy. Let's see. Mine. Gets the key card. Oh, wow. See, like, him getting shot there. Oh, my God. Taking so much damage. But then, yeah, blow that. Open the door, blow that up. Wow, I'm actually very impressed that the scientist didn't pass away there, but getting hit in that B area, like, away from what he was trying to do, is very typical of, like, turbo runs. Like, every single run you're playing turbo mode, this will happen to you. Pretty clever, just chuck the mines, honestly. But this, like, he's about to blow this guy up and get this key card, and just, like, double back. That cost him, like, 2 seconds, 3 seconds? This was a 47. The record... So Joris has not updated the rankings yet, but yeah, 40, like, of these most recent records. But yeah, so 47 is insane. You have 5700, which tied Wouter. Let's watch this. I'm actually kind of... I can't believe Wouter got 57 on this back in the day. Probably on a mode with no body armor, which makes it even more insane. I mean, certainly, because no one knew about the Japanese body armors back in 06. This is unbelievably impressive. Oh my God. Is he gonna do the same kind of thing? Man, this feels so risky without, like... I didn't hear the card get picked up, but you kind of have to trust it did. Good idea running in here. Now got a blitz to the radio, set it off, run out. Scientist didn't fail. I mean, man, that's a good run. It's like, is 56 possible? Like, I don't even know, man. Good run. Aztec 129. So the old record was 136.00, so this is going to be a 7-second untied. I mean, I had thought about playing for Aztec 00, but, like, I just didn't want to, like, actually play Aztec 00 again, you know? and have to, like, survive a difficult level to survive. So the A player in chat asks, why does it feel the player's moving faster than usual? It's because we're specifically watching records set with the turbo mode cheat on for some fun. It's a bit of a more niche category, and these are some new records that Ace set here in the past few months. Interesting that he shoots the guards there and then carries on. I was wondering if he was going to skip them altogether or what. Take some bad damage there. That could have hurt a lot. I was thinking he was going to left side mainframe there, but he doesn't. Now he has the body armor, and he's got to go late A. He can only take 3 more hits, and he's got to go late A. So, like, this is actually kind of tough. Doesn't get hit once there. Twice. He can only take 1 more hit. He's got to make it all the way back. Takes the last. Okay, he can get enough, you know, bonus BA health. He can probably take 1 more hit. Yes, Sularok asked us if I would consider doing an LTK lore series. Probably yes. Probably yes. So I mean, maybe even like this month, you know, because you know, quite frankly, I have covered the game in a lot of other ways, most of the other ways possible, and so yeah, you know, I would definitely consider doing LTK. I'd have to consult heavily with some of the guys who know a lot about it, but I would do it, yeah. Maybe we'll see. Okay, Jungle 0035. I mean, what did he get? 30... It was 29 agent. Was it 32 secret agent? I think so. Oh, 2 terribly, awfully harmful. Oh man, that hurts. Getting those back boosts. It's just amazing that he survives some of these. But I guess, like, oh man, I guess with LTK, you can afford to. I mean, he didn't get hit once since Xenia. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Like, he has so low damage getting hit from Xenia. And then, because it's turbo mode... You know what Tony Nubar is? It's interesting because the inspiration for my Mario temperature video came from a thread made by JD Black years ago about the GoldenEye temperatures. And he put jungle as the hottest stage in GoldenEye. And I'm like, I don't know, I think Egypt and Aztec are hotter. So maybe we'll discuss this in a future video. And finally, we see Ace with Archives Agent 10 with the comment, unfortunate frame drops, might try to dupe later. Once again, Joris only a week before this said that 11 was untouchable, the best untied in turbo mode. 1 week later, Ace is not only touching it, but also beating it with 10 on Archives Agent with some very, very unfortunate poor recording and frame drops. You have to play Natalia Agent 16 style, no backing up, and hope she sees you. And apparently that is all quite rare. Apparently she usually does not see you with this method. But it is indeed a 10. I don't think Ace had another capture of this. I think this is it. He kind of tried to dupe it, but no luck. 10. No comments. Wow. Archives. So Joris did update the Archives 10, but not the yeah. That is the simple video. Archives 10. And hey, what a better way to leave this episode than by showing this Archives 10 here on stream. Hopefully Ace does dupe it at some point. But my friends, that was a true pleasure, as we see here in the background of this dedication card. we see that slap of archives needed to get such a time as 10 seconds in Archives Agent. But a huge thanks to all the SpeedLore legends and champions for supporting the series on Patreon. Like I mentioned earlier, without your support, perhaps I would simply not be doing such an insane series as GoldenEye and Perfect Dark SpeedLore. So thank you very much. That was a fun look at Turbo Mode, these new records set by Ace. Hey, maybe the Turbo mood will continue and players will keep playing Turbo Mode throughout the rest of the fall this year. Who knows? Maybe I'll even dabble in it myself at some point, a little more than I already have. But yes, thanks for hanging on watching. I, like I said, I had an interesting and long summer, but I am back now in action. Beautiful double header tonight for our months of August and September. I'm looking forward to getting back fully on track, full steam ahead here in October and November 2023. So once again, thanks everyone for watching, chatting. All your support means a ton. Stay true, my friends. I'll see you in the next stream or video. And good night.